You've been around long enough. You know every prime minister who's been in charge, whether it's all across the spectrum. Mr. Trudeau, Mr. Mulroney, Mr. Chrétien. Every prime minister is accused of being a one-man band because the reality, the prime minister is the chief executive officer of our government. The prime minister does not sit in his office and just do things off the top of his head.
I shall be travelling from this northern realm as Queen of Canada.
This is 37 nations from Turtle Island that created Canada. You know, not some. They got their corporate number in July 1st, 1867, the Corporation of Canada. So I mean, they don't have. There's a corporation. A corporation never can have sovereignty. It's a corporation, an artificial entity.
Wow.
Right?
So that is, so basically this is a hidden from history kind of thing when you think about it, that the reason that we celebrate Canada Day July 1st, or a significant thing that happened 1867 July 1st, was Canada became a corporation.
Got its corporate number from Washington,
corporate
D.C.
number.
Right, that's why
Washington.
you celebrate Canada Day on July 1st.
Wow.
No other reason.
Wow. So if
People
we're...
don't know that.
The keys to office pass peacefully in our country. Canada is one of the world's oldest, most stable democracies. We are heirs to a tradition of rights and freedoms under the Crown, reaching back almost 800 years.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ignatieff, Mr. Duceppe, and Mr. Layton.
Several of my predecessors as leader of the Conservatives, the hanging of Jean Chrétien is long overdue.
Vers the portrait. Messieurs, veuillez ouvrir le rideau pour le dévoilement du portrait.
When you get to the highest levels, you're talking about the former prime ministers of Canada, and you get into four in a row: Trudeau, Mulroney, Chrétien, and Martin. And the one thing that they had in common, the Power Corporation. I guess, what was the Power Corporation something that you found in the research that tied everything together?
Well, yeah, you know, I didn't set out to tell the story that I told. Quite honestly, if you look at my book proposal to my publisher in Toronto, it was not the book that turned out, because as I started doing further research on the book, I sort of began connecting some dots, and the Power Corp is one of the big dots, because Power Corporation is a very, it is sort of the kingmaker of Canadian politics for the last 30 years, picking, you know, successive prime ministers worked for them and went to work for them after leaving office. And Power Corporation got a number of deals, especially in its relationships with China, because it's probably one of the biggest players in China, working on the Three Gorges Dam and all kinds of other projects in China over the last 20 years, and much of its success and its wealth comes from its dealings with China.
Because the reality, the prime minister is the chief executive officer of our government.
I think our Charter of Rights says something about the Charter of Rights of Canada say you have the right to freedom and the security of the person, right? And people don't understand what's being said. They figure security of the person means that you have the right to be secure in your body, to not be harassed, or to be protected by government. They think, well, the person, security of the person, that means I have the right to be protected by my government, right? That's what most people think the security of the person means. Well, we understand now that person is a fictitious corporation, and a security is something that's exchanged on the Security and Exchange Commission. The Canadian Charter of Rights says that you have the right to the security of the person. What that means is that you have the right to the stock, the bond, the security, which was made on the corporate fiction, the person. Person's a corporate fiction. It's not an individual. So that's what's meant by you have the right to the security of the person.